Hello dear students. Now let us understand about payback period concept, which comes under the techniques of capital budgeting. Okay. So before again getting into capital budgeting, we need to know about decisions. Basically there are three kinds of decisions in finance, right? What are all the three decisions? Investment decision, financing decision, third one is dividend decision. Okay, so investment, financing and dividend decision. So this payback period is a concept comes under investment decision. Again, what is investment decision?
Selection of assets.
Selection of assets. Whenever we need to invest our fund in a any kind of project, we have to properly assess like whether this project will give return in future or not. So that kind of decision is actually called as investment decision. Clear? So to do that investment decision, how we can analyze that? Again with the help of another concept called as capital budgeting. Okay. So capital budgeting, this is for long term or short term? Long term. Why? Because you are investing in long term assets. Any example? Long term assets like machineries, land, building. So all these things are long term assets. For do all these things, for investing all these things, we need to do proper budgeting, and that is why it is called as capital budgeting. That is for capital assets, long term assets. Clear? So under this capital budgeting techniques, there are different methods. Okay. So this is one among them, that is payback period. Clear? So payback period, so where you are just identifying that at what period you are just recovering your initial investment. Okay, within 2 years, within 3 years or 5 years, you just invested some amount in your business. Which period that you are getting back your investment? That is actually called as payback period. Okay, so time required, okay, to calculate your cash inflows, which should meet your cash outflow. Basically there are two cash inflows and cash outflows. You will be getting certain cash inflows and that should meet the actual expectation of cash outlay, that is outflows, cash outflows. Okay. So steps in payback period, first step like calculate initial outlay, first thing, that is cash outflow. You will be having some investment, right? That investment is actually called as initial cash outlay. Second is you should calculate annual expected return after tax. It is nothing but cash flow, net cash flow, or else you can say as cash inflow. Both are same. So how to calculate? Again, income minus expenses, which gives you cash flow, actual cash flow. You will be having some income, right? So with the income you should less all the expenses, only then you will be getting your cash flow. Right. Third one is computation of payback, what we are going to do now. In this we have two different methods. One is uniform cash flow, another one is non-uniform. What is the difference between these two things? Uniform cash flow, all the cash flows will be same. If it is 20,000 for first year, second year also same 20,000, third year, fourth year same. Okay. Whereas not uniform means like you will be having different cash flows for different years. Okay. Next, merits of payback period. First merit is it is easy to compute. As we can all agree with this concept, it is actually very simplest method compared to all other methods. Next is easy to understand also. Only we have two different methods, uniform and not uniform. However, it is very easy to understand also. Okay. And third is time risk. How much time is involved? Time is like we can say years. Within 3 years, within 4 years or 5 too probably. Okay. So you can identify easily the time involved, okay, duration involved in that project. And demerits like neglects post payback period returns. It simply neglects after payback period. After 4 years you cannot identify what is going to happen in the 5th year, 6th year. Okay, that is why post return that you cannot calculate. And next is does not calculate profitability of the projects. You can just identify time risk. Within 4 years, within 3 years you can get back your investment. but you cannot calculate any kind of profitability over here, that we can say as the limitation. And last is concerned with short period of project's lifetime, only for short duration, like within 5 years, 2 years, 3, 4, 5. That is why it is given here as short period of project's lifetime. We cannot calculate this payback for a lengthy period like 15 years, 20 years. That is actually somehow difficult. Okay. So this is all about the theoretical part of payback period. Okay. Thank you.